Bob Truby back in Oakland. I'm really looking forward to this game. I think we could have probably 50 points scored here, at least if past history is any indication.
And Oakland, Seattle is also not lost on the road this year.
Second down. Play action for Plunkett. Looking downfield. Has all day.
Branch
throws the home run ball for Branch, and he's got it. He beat John Harris and Dave Brown.
Sam, this play covered 64 yards. It starts with great pass protection by the Oakland Raider offensive line, and there's no way that this ball should have been completed. Harris was right there. He just misjudged his jump, and you see it go right between his hands. One Seattle defender tripped the other one, and it's a 64-yard reception, and good gravy. They're back in business quickly.
Matt Barr will attempt a 30-yard field goal. He is 2 of 3 on the day. And this would force, of course, Seattle to score twice to win the game. The kick is up. Chandler's hold, and it is good. A 30-yard field goal for Chris Barr, his 3rd of the day, and it's the only scoring we've had. So there's a timeout on the field. The Oakland Raiders 9, the Seattle Seahawks nothing. We'll be back in a minute. Field goal of 30 yards by Barr. Play action. Zorn wants to get something in motion.
Hendricks.
The only thing he gets in motion is the Oakland Raider defense. And Ted Hendricks is having another great day for himself.
He has done that for his entire career because of his size, 6'7", 225 pounds, and you have a running back trying to block him who may be 5'10" and 180 or 190. It really is a mismatch. And if there's one thing that has really cost Jim Zorn in Seattle any consistency in offense, it has been that blitz by Ted Hendricks.
That's a good point, Bob, because I think the guy blocking him on that occasion was Jim Jodat out of Carthage College at 5'11", 213, and he gives away about 8 inches in height.
And about 35 pounds, too.
6 defensive backs being used now by the Oakland Raiders on 2nd down and 15.
Blitz again.
Zorn has time. Intercepted. Lester Hayes, the flag is down at the 30-yard line to the 27. Interception number 5 on the year for Lester Hayes, but a flag is down. And it may be for naught.
And Sam, he threw it right to Lester Hayes.
Nope, it's against Seattle holding.
Hold. And here, 76th. Decline. First down.
The holding call was against Steve August. Listen to this crowd.
I'm telling you, you're going to watch this pass, and Jim Zorn throws it directly to Hayes. Nowhere close to his receiver. The receiver's about 3 yards inside. Look at there. Right to him. Intended for Largy. And as we said, Zorn has a bad back. In the first half, he was 7 of 17. And now that interception once again gives Oakland tremendous field position. Well, he'd like for them to be awesome right here, too, Sam.
3rd down and 5 at the 5. They can get a first down without getting a touchdown. Plunkett has all day in the end zone. Touchdown. Campbell.
Chandler's 5th touchdown reception of the 1980 season, and once again Jim Plunkett looking all over the field. I have a feeling that Chandler is about his 3rd or 4th receiver. Great protection, and at the end of the end zone, over Kerry Justin. He does get his feet back down in the end zone, and it's a touchdown.
39th career touchdown catch by Bob Chandler. Chris Barr will attempt to make it 16-0. The placement kick is up, and it is perfect. So the Oakland Raiders have not only done the job defensively, they have started to assert themselves offensively. Jim Plunkett throwing for yet another touchdown pass. It is 16-0 Raiders. We'll be back with their kickoff in a moment. Afternoon.
Looks like the blitz, Sam. Everybody's coming here. Comes Hendricks.
They're coming his right. Zorn has it knocked out of his hand and then falls on the ball at the 35.
Cedric Hardman, 86.
Former San Francisco 49er, now in his 11th year out of North Texas State. Zorn had to know they were coming, Bob. He just couldn't react to it.
Well, he didn't step up far enough, but you'll see 86 at the bottom of your screen. He just gets his hand around and gets his hand on the football. And if there's one thing Cedric Hardman has always been able to do, it's rush the passer. The Seahawks are very, very lucky to still have the football.
So with 5:15 to go on a moving clock here in the third quarter, the Seahawks still struggling, trying to get some points on the board. You get the feeling once they score, the floodgates could open up for them. But at this point, they haven't even put a crack in the wall. Here's Zorn. They're coming again. They got him. Browning way back at the 43. And they're just manhandling the front five of the Seattle Seahawks. Sack number 3 on the day for the Oakland Raiders.
Well, you put the offensive line of the Seahawks in a very unenviable position. Oakland knows that they have to throw the football. Those defensive linemen just pin their ears back and go. From the left-hand side of the picture, number 73, Browning. Zorn doesn't have a chance.
That's his second sack, and it has to be particularly pleasing to Dave Browning, who played his ball in the preseason. Little out pattern. He's got Chandler. Yes! Touchdown, Oakland.
The effort to get in the end zone.
Well, he really wanted it, didn't he? Look at that. Backing in. He backed across the goal line.
Over Terry Justin. And that's his second touchdown of the day. And there's Mr. Al Davis of the Oakland or Los Angeles Raiders.
He is the Oakland or Los Angeles Raiders. Chris Barr will attempt to make it 23-0. Placement, the kick is up, and it's perfect. So the Oakland Raiders appear to be back with a vengeance. They are well on their way to their third consecutive victory. They lead here now 23-0, and Bob Chandler and Jim Plunkett have found new life with the Oakland Raiders. We'll be back in a minute. Foremost of which, as you look at Dan Pastorini on the sidelines, he doesn't have a string playing in consecutive games at the moment. Gene Upshaw on his 194th straight game today. Hendricks 166. Well, Jack Patera said earlier in the week that Oakland is playing the best football in the NFL over the last few weeks, and he sure is right, isn't he? Plunkett looking in the end zone. Oh! Chandler, what a remarkable catch!
Look at the smile on his face.
There is no other word to describe the catch by Bobby Chandler than remarkable. He tipped it around and caught it going down.
Look at the smile on his face. And in the first half, he was out with bruised ribs or something. Look at the rest. His third touchdown reception of the day. And he gets it on his left hand. You'll see the pattern.
Fred Biletnikoff is alive and well in Oakland again.
Watch this catch. Watch his left hand go up. He stops the flight of the football, catches it by the point, balances it for a minute. Are you sure that man's not part seal? Ooh, how'd he do that?
His third touchdown catch of the day, the 41st in his career. And you think that every time he catches one, Chuck Knox in Buffalo doesn't cringe a bit? The extra point by Barr is up and good. And so the fate of the Seattle Seahawks would appear to have been sealed on that one. A 23-yard touchdown pass, the third of the game, from Jim Plunkett to Bob Chandler. It's a 30-7 game. Oakland trying to go to 5-3 on the year. Hendricks, the outside linebacker, is lined up on the inside. Zorn will throw it on third down. And he fires it. It's intercepted. Lester Hayes' second interception of the day, his 6th of the year. And that should just about do it.
Total domination of the Oakland defense and the Seattle offense. They've restricted the rollout that Seattle's been so successful with for the last 3 or 4 years. And Zorn, I don't think, saw Hayes at all. Largent was standing there, but Hayes came out of nowhere. Look at Matusak. Believe me, when you get, look at there, when you get a defensive lineman in your face most of the day, you know when they're about to be there, and it's just disrupted him enough to for those interceptions and a lack of real offense.
And on that graphic you saw, Lester Hayes has both. I think if there's something optimistic to look for as a Seattle fan, it's that while their 4-game winning streak on the road was finally broken, they can look forward to breaking their 3-game losing streak at home against Philadelphia next Sunday.
Yeah, that is a faint possibility. I suppose if you're looking for things that are on the positive side, that's it.
Some of the Oakland players are already walking off the field, namely the defense. Rod Martin, Hendricks, they've come down the tunnel way below us because the game is history. They will not snap it again. And the Oakland Raiders have pulled off a very, very impressive 33-14 win over Seattle before a crowd in excess of 50,000 here in Oakland. And you wouldn't think that this team was going anywhere, would you?
And they also break a 2-year losing streak against the Seahawks, which is psychologically very, very important for the Oakland Raiders and Mr. Al Davis.
Okay, for Bob Trumpy, this is Sam Nover bidding you goodbye from the Oakland Coliseum and reminding you once again our final score, the Oakland Raiders 33, the Seattle Seahawks 14. We'll be back in just a moment with our Budweiser NFL report after these messages from your local stations.